What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Where the Locals Skate. I'm your host once again, OG Skate Show. This is a podcast where we get to know local skaters on and off the board. And of course, here with me always, well, today, none of the Couch Boys. And now let's introduce our guest this week. We have
Paul. My name is Paul. I run Security Skates. And yeah, it's a pleasure to be here, bro.
Dude, Paul, thank you. I'm so sorry. I didn't even ask you your last name.
Oh, Ornelas.
Ornelas?
Yeah.
Okay. Shout out to that. And you run Security Skates.
Yes, sir.
Dude, thank you for coming down. I really appreciate that.
Oh, it's a pleasure to be here, bro.
Dude, how did you start skating? Or tell us what city you're repping.
So LA. I've been doing a lot of work out in LA at the LA skate parks, and it's just so much to choose from. With the recent opening of Watts Skate Park, they now have 30, and that's there's city parks and county parks, but just the city of LA repping that shit hard right now. I mean, there's so much to work with.
Okay. And how did you start skating?
So I'm a little bit older. I just turned 40 this last year, so I started how most of my generation did with Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Okay.
On PS1. I started playing that, and I was like, man, this seems like fun. Let me get my hands on a board and see what's up. And finally started skating with some of the neighbors, and that was it, bro. The fire was ignited.
That's so cool. Tony Hawk Pro Skater did do it for a lot of people. I think I was already skating at the time. So, I was always like, is this going to be a cool game or not? And then it was. And it was like, we were all stuck in the house playing that thing. You know what I mean? So, and then getting the secret tapes and all that stuff, getting to watch the videos.
Oh, yeah.
That was cool. How old were you at the time when that came out? Man. Do you remember?
I had probably about 14,
15. Okay, yeah. All right, yeah. I started taking skating serious about that age too. Yeah. But I think I was already on the board for a little bit. But all right, are you goofy or are you regular?
Goofy.
Goofy?
Yeah. Okay.
Do you remember your first board?
I do, yeah. So it was one that I had gotten at a swap meet, and I think it was like Ken Chi or something like that. But it was just a picture of a yin yang with some fire around it. It was pretty much like a Walmart board,
right?
And then once I started skating with the homies around the block, they said, "Hey, your board's not real,
not real.
Yeah, so they said, let us get you fixed up with something a little bit better, and they had a used active ride shop deck.
Okay.
And so that was my first official deck, and I set that up, and I could just feel right away. I mean, you could tell the difference. Any skater knows the difference of the feeling, and it was just oh man, all right.
I bet it was a lot faster than what you're used to.
Yeah, for sure. Popped a lot better, all that.
Okay. Were you trying to do tricks on the Walmart board thing?
Yeah. So at first it was hill bombing, and I learned that is a mistake real fast when you don't know what you're doing.
Okay. But
after that I started trying to ollie up curbs and grind and stuff, but I just didn't have the right kind of board for
it. Right. Now, and then the neighbors hooked you up, or the friends?
Yeah.
That's so cool. Yeah. Did you put things together they had leftover parts, or did they somebody gift you a whole complete?
No,
it was used.
It was all used stuff, but I had gotten different parts from different homies. Here's some bearings, here's some wheels, and
that's exactly how I did it.
Yeah. Just tied it together and started to learn. And then once I had that first ollie, it took me forever. It felt like forever to learn the ollie up the curb, but once I got that first ollie up the curb, it was just get that feeling, when you land your tricks.
I love it, man. That's how it starts, dude. Yeah, man. I would spend hours trying to learn that ollie, and then I remember doing one, and then going into the house and telling my moms, come see, and then of course I couldn't do it again. She's like, I believe you, it's cool, and I'm like, nah, I got it.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then that was stationary, you know what I mean? But you were saying you're rolling up and getting up curves.
Yeah, I practiced some stationary, but once I started to get more comfortable with the tilt and everything, I was like, if I just ride towards a curb, I have to jump up it, otherwise I'm gonna fall. And I just applied that strategy and just started popping more and more, and that really worked for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, shout out to that, man. Yeah, I love skateboarding, dude. It's always been something out there that was special to me, ever since the first time I'd done it. Yeah. All right. What were some of the local spots that you would skate as growing up?
So I started skating when I lived in Pomona. So my local high school, Gary High School, had a stair set and a stage and stuff and a bunch of stuff to skate there. So that would be the spot. But we had school security to worry about. But luckily there was a park down the street, and they had a little like 3-stair with some ledges on it, and it was totally waxed up. The ledges were probably like 4 inches high.
Wow.
But still, it was like perfect for like starting skating.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually I got to the point where I was starting to like ollie up the 3-stair and then ollie off the other 3-stair. So really learned a lot there. Shout out to the homies in Pomona. I don't know where they are now, but I hope they're still skating. But
yeah,
man, Gary High School and around that little area right there is where I pretty much started.
That's so sick, dude. Yeah, I love it, dude. Yeah, did you guys have like a little crew name or anything like that? Skate?
Yeah, we definitely had the dude who could no slide the best, and he was like, you know what, we're gonna start a skate crew, and we're gonna go out and start filming, and we sure did, and he decided to name it Rampage Skate Crew, and
Okay.
we started doing that, started catching buses, going on little trips to like other high schools and skate parks and stuff, and started making little videos. We had our editors, they would set up like 2 VCRs and like go back and forth and stuff, and yeah, it was pretty nice. So we did definitely have our little skate crew.
That's so sick. That's so sick. Did you guys do the DIY stuff too at the pad or anything? Like,
yeah, so we definitely tried to. We tried to rent some ramp making, and we just didn't have the skills for it, and it didn't work out like we thought it would. But then we noticed that there was a soccer goal post, and it was really long. I would say maybe like 30 feet.
Okay.
And it was like a square rail about 2.5, maybe 3 feet high, and we were like, hey, you know what? We should go and take that thing and like set up some stands on it. We could skate that shit. So us in our youth, that's exactly what we did. We gathered together one night and went over there and snatched it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
dang,
started trying to skate that thing. And some of us were able to, but I think eventually one of our parents were like, hey, you need to give that back, Like,
okay.
Yeah, but that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, we would go around, construction sites, bringing a giant tube, like a PVC pipe, like, super long where it's ridiculous. And then we put, like little things across it. So, and then try to board slide the whole thing.
Yeah.
Nah, I never did it, but it was scary, man, because we were going down a hill too.
Oh, yeah.
So you're catching some speed.
Yeah. Trick too. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, but that's cool, man, that you guys did that stuff. Yeah, us skaters, we see things different.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So we're like, we can skate that? Heck yeah. Yeah. What kind of boards were your favorite, though, back then? What were you skating on?
Back then, I was into shorties.
Shorties?
Yeah, shorties was real big back then. They had all their decks out. They had the Muska silhouettes out. They had some Steve Olsons out. So when I joined into skating, into the skateboarding community, that's what I was seeing in the CCS magazines and stuff that kind of popped out to me. Like the Peter Smolik Pro models and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then once I saw Fulfill the Dream, I was like, oh, shorties is the best. Like,
yeah, Muska, man, like, he killed it, dude. Like, I was a little, when I first saw him, I ain't gonna lie, I'm like, who's this guy with the stereo, with the pant leg up? I'm like, this guy's out of his mind or what? And then I seen him skate, I was like, yeah, he can do whatever he wants.
Steez.
Yeah. I was like, cool with it. So, dude, that's so rad, dude. Shout out to that, too. Man. All right, so short, do you have a particular size that you like? Or you were just going as a kid for just graphics?
So yeah, pretty much any graphic that I thought was cool. But then one time I got like a band board and it was just way too big for me. And that's when it clicked like, oh snap, I actually do need the size that I'm comfortable on. But once I started learning that, I was at 8.0s for a long time. Maybe like 10 years, wrote a 8.0.
Yeah.
And then one day I stepped on like an 8 1/4. And it's funny how just like that little measurement makes like a little bit of a difference to help you feel the board a little bit better.
Okay.
And so I've been riding 8.25s for maybe like 6 years now.
I've been on the same size, dude.
Right.
Like, because I was all about 8s too, back in the day. Like, because back in the day we were 7.75s. And then all of a sudden my homie's like, dude, have you tried an 8? And I was like, at first, I was naive. I didn't know that it meant like the wideness. I thought it was the thickness. I thought they added another ply to it.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, oh man. So I was thinking that they were stronger. They were just wider. And then I was like, these are so cool. And then I realized it was an 8, like the size this way. I was like, oh man. I was like, where's that 8 ply at? Everybody's like, what are you talking about? Like, I was like, oh.
It's crazy. And now they have like less plies that are stronger. There's like a 5 ply.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
Yeah, so. Those carbon fiber boards are the now I'm forgetting what they're called, but Powell and Santa Cruz. Yeah. I was riding those decks, the VX.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I was riding those boards, but I really like the shape of that one, but like I really got into the twin paddle board now.
Okay.
Yeah, I like to ride the board, not have to worry about
All symmetrical.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's cool.
That's what's up.
Yeah, man. So were there skate parks back then?
Yeah, so there was a couple. I remember, I think we went to Montclair Skate Park was like the first one that we went to, and it's still there.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was a nice little park, but we just couldn't skate it. I didn't have the skills. We considered ourselves street skaters. We got there and we were like, oh, this stuff isn't for us, you know, like
Transition was different.
Oh yeah, most definitely. But that was the first one, and then once I got a little bit older, like 16, 17, I moved downtown, and I remember seeing Lafayette first. And I remember seeing the Star, and I was like, man, this is a pretty sick little park. You know, it's a little skate spot. It's pretty chill. It's got a bunch of ledges and
the
stuff.
Star, the Carl's Jr. Star?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, that Rob Dyrdek had an episode on that, I think, on the Fantasy Factory or something like that.
Yeah. They went out there and were like chilling, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had something to do with it because he had like a cartoon out, I think, at the time. That, I think it was 7-Eleven, Carl's Jr., something like that. I can't remember. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and it was like little figurines or something like that.
Yeah, the Rad Rippers or something.
There you go.
Something I couldn't remember. Little Rippers.
That's what's up. Trying to bring skateboarding to the masses.
Yeah, man. But yeah, Lafayette Park, huh?
Yeah.
What obstacles do they have there?
So it seems like lately there've been like stuff popping up. They have this square rail now that's about like thigh high.
Okay.
I would call it a BMX rail, but any pro is gonna be like, oh, I can skate that. But it's kind of a high rail, and then somebody put like a curved rail on one of the other ends.
Okay, so they're DIYing it a little bit.
Yeah, somewhat, which is pretty cool.
It's not the city putting it in.
I don't think so, man.
Okay, that's
maybe I shouldn't have. But
no, I mean, hey.
But that's there, and then they have like a big A-frame that goes up, and then there's the Carl's Jr. Star. Mm-hmm. There's the stair set. One side has like a 3. They're kind of like long stairs, and that one has a little bit of like a shorter square rail. And then there's, I think it's like a 5 stair on the other side, and they both have the ledges on the side. It's pretty cool park, man. I mean, I could never really get up on those handrails and stuff, but it has the box with the 2 ledges on the side, which that I love to skate because that thing.
Like a little hubba.
Yeah. They made the edges like so well. Like you don't even really need wax because like the metal is like right level with where you're grinding. So those things are pretty sweet.
Yeah, that's so cool, dude. Are there lights at that park or anything, or is it?
No, that's one of the parts that we could definitely use some lights at. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Did you have a local skate shop that you would visit? How about then and now?
Wow. So then when I was growing up in high school, I would go to utility board shop because it was down the street from my sister's work, and I was living with my sister at that time. So when she would go to work, I would be, hey, let me catch a ride with you, and I'll just go skate around, you know? So then I started going to utility a lot more and getting in there. And then nowadays, I've been linking up with Warning Skate Shop. Shout out to George at Warning Skate Shop.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, they're just...
I wish I would have known that. We have one of their boards we could have hung up. Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
So, nowadays it's Warning Skate Shop and 2 Felons, of course, 2 Felons in Whittier. I've loved them for years.
That's my shop, yeah.
Shout out to Travis and Brandon, yeah. Yep. Seeing you had Travis on your show not too long ago.
Yes, we did, yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, man. Dude, that's so rad. Did you get to go to the St. Patty's what is it called? The Skate Patrick's Day?
Skate Patrick's? No, man. I wanted to make it so bad, but I had some other stuff going on. But
yeah, we didn't stay. That was the day we shot the Duran episode.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was only there for like a quick minute, and then I had to dip out. But yeah, dude, that's so cool, dude. Shout out to Warning and shout out to 2 Felons as well.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and I mean, do they help out with what you're doing or anything like that?
Bro, so when I first started Security Skates, like they were getting ready to shut down Norwalk Skate Park, and
was that back then? Like the one with the
it's like all prefab,
right? Yeah. Okay.
And I went into 2 Felons, and I would already been like a customer talking with them and stuff, and I let Travis know what was going on. And he's like, hey, you know what? Like, let's try and set up a meeting with some of the city members and see what we can do for the skate park. So he actually did. We were able to set up the meeting, and he took time out of his day to come in and talk to some of the city members and spoke really well about the power of skateboarding and what skate parks can do for the community. And after that, man, I just saw him as like a sensei, you know, like, bro, like, teach me, you know, like,
Yeah.
he's been running that shop for years now. Recently, they were just awarded like a certificate of appreciation from the city and stuff. So, like, yeah, much love and respect to two fellas. They get a lot of great work done.
They do. And they give back a lot too as well.
Yeah,
so shout out to that as well. Dude, and so what happened with Norwalk then?
So Norwalk was a pretty crazy story, man. They were about to shut down the skate park. There was a couple of like local brands that were already starting to work in the area, or had been doing work in the area for years. But I had just started Security Skates, and one day we were all kind of hanging out. We had a tragic event happen at the park. You know, we lost a friend, so we were all kind of mourning about that. But the city comes up, and they pretty much came up to me and a group of my friends, and they were like, "Hey, are you Security Skates?" And I was like, "Whoa, like wait a second, like what's going on?" So I started talking to them, and they wanted to like put forth efforts to make sure that we can keep the park open, but also make sure that none of the activity that was happening there continued.
Right.
So they wanted to start implementing a different strategy.
They're turning it more into a hangout than a skate place, you know, I think.
Yeah, I mean, at a lot of skate parks across LA, you could find that. You know, there's people that are going to be there doing their thing. But after that tragic event, you know, it really kind of changed the whole.
Was it a skater that it happened to, or was it just like?
It was definitely one of the brothers of the skate park for sure. He was an artist, and I actually was able to purchase one of his paintings of the skate park.
Oh wow!
I still have that hanging up in my room. But yeah, he was definitely a friend of the community for sure.
Okay.
One of the brothers. But yeah, after that happened, man, we were trying to keep it open, but you know, as it is, you know, some of the skaters just weren't having it. And
I mean, I didn't feel safe going there. Shit, I tell you that right now. But
yeah.
Plus, I didn't really skate the prefab stuff either at the time, because, like you said, we were more street skaters, and like those parks. If I went to any skate park, it might have been like, I think there was a Pico Rivera one, and then there was like a Smith Park, I think it's called, or something. Yeah. And then Uptown Whittier had one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, but other than that, like skate parks to me were like, I'd rather skate the street, because I didn't know how to skate the parks yet.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Yeah, it does take a little bit of
excuse me.
I mean, it's the whole style, the whole vert thing, you know, getting comfortable on the coping and in the transition. And then once you get a hang of that, like I do now, like pumping around, bro, it's so much fun. Like
it is.
Just getting that speed in the corners and shit, like
just a cruise, yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I got to learn to be satisfied just with doing that, because one day I might not be able to do all the other tricks, so I want to be able to at least pump around.
Yeah, there you go.
So, but dude, so what made you want to start Security Skates? So how did that go down?
So I've been a skateboarder since I was a youngster. You know, that's been in me since I was a kid. But as I grew into an adult, I found myself in the security industry. You know, I was a security officer. I started working with Platinum Security, and they had posted me out at a post in Santa Ana, and I was working in an apartment complex, and so things started going better, you know, and I was able to get my license and car in order and stuff like that, and started linking up with some of the kids at the skate park and like taking them out to skate and stuff at different skate parks in Orange County. And we started like recording each other and making little videos and stuff. And I was like, hey, this is a lot of fun, you know?
Right.
But I would be doing that during the day, and then at night going to work at my security job. And I took a lot of working security is a lot of fun, man. There's like a lot of like order and structure to it that I just ate up like candy. And it was just at an apartment complex, so fortunately I never had to like tell any skateboarders like, hey, you can't skate here.
Right.
But one day I was skating into the apartment complex, and like the kids that lived there, they saw me skating, and I was in my uniform and stuff, and I heard one of the little girls, hey, Security Skates? And it was just like, ooh, that sounds cool, you know, that's catchy.
So rad.
And I started thinking about it, and that's where I thought of the logo. And I was like, it would just be a simple logo and looks like somebody spray painted on it. And I did that, and then I decided to tell my friends that I wanted to turn it into like an Instagram. So it started out as like an Instagram, and then I started having like shirts made and stuff, and it just grew from there. Started doing like local events at the skate parks and giving away stuff to the kids and stuff, and I just fell in love with it, bro. I knew it was kind of like my calling, you know?
Yeah, dude. I mean, dude, that's so amazing when things just pop out of air like that, you know? Like it just, like it was meant to be, right?
Yeah.
That girl saying that to you, like, wow, Security Skates, and then you turned it into, oh no, that's a brand right there.
Yeah.
But you're just having fun with it too.
Yeah.
And that's the best thing to do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Man, dude. And so shirts start popping up. You start making merch. You're at the skate park. You're just giving it away and stuff like that. Just
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, shout out to Travis again at Two Felons. And when we first started doing the events and stuff, he was giving us a lot of Two Felons product, and it was going into the hands of kids. It was beautiful, man.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, eventually it just.
Do you have to reach out to the city before you do one of those things?
So yeah, but right there at Norwalk, they had already approached us.
Oh, that's true, right?
So
okay.
we were kind of like had some leeway with like getting permits and stuff, but I think it got to a point where we were at a city council because we were fighting to keep that skate park open. So we were at a city council meeting, and one of the city clerks or something was like, no, they need permits to do this stuff. Like they're supposed to have permits to do this. But then the mayor came back and he said, why are we going to charge somebody who's doing something good?
Mm-hmm.
And from there, it kind of just dissolved. Like it all kind of fell apart. But we were at a point where they were going to start letting us do them for free, for sure.
Okay. But I mean, like, I've heard of them, like, but they want people to, like, I guess, the community to come in and, like, donate to it instead of, like, them paying. Like, we had another guy on the show, SB Photo, where he'll do an event, but, like, he did, like, just one at Hawthorne without, they just barged it pretty much.
Yeah.
But the city was like, hey, next time, we want to be involved, but, we want to have people, like, sponsor it for you, kind of, in a way.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, oh, if you're gonna make some money out here, we want to get our fingers in it too, or something, or just bring the community out. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a really interesting dynamic to see, man. I mean, some parks are with it, and some parks are not. I've seen it that it's starting to come down to like the actual rec centers and stuff, because the people, it'll come down to like the director of the facility. If they're willing to just, oh, this is good, and you can do it for the kids, it's no problem. But I've run into rec centers where they're like, oh no, you need permits to do this.
Wow.
So yeah, it's really wishy-washy.
Which counties seem to be the easiest to do it in for you, in your opinion? Like LA, because I heard Orange County is not easy to do. Really?
I haven't started branching out into Orange County yet. I was planning that for 2025, but then this cleanup stuff popped up. I've ran into a couple instances where it's like, hey, you need a permit to do this. And I remember attending a skate park concept design in Orange County, and I let him know kind of what I was doing, and the guy let me know, like, oh, no, you would need a permit to do this here. Like, wow. Bro, the skate park's not even open yet. Like, let's get the skate park open, and then we'll figure it out. But LA, I mean, like you say, if you just kind of barge it and stay under the radar, you can kind of do it. But if you want to do it like on an official level and an official capacity, you definitely want to link up with the city.
Get them out there. Yeah, because you did mention the park cleanup stuff now, and I think that's pretty rad. Like, that would suck for them to be like, hey, you need a permit to clean? Yeah. You want us to pick up trash to get everybody involved? Yeah. You want me to pay you guys when we're doing something for our community?
Right.
It's kind of weird, but I mean, it is what it is. Yeah. So yesterday you were at Lafayette, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I seen, dude, you had a bunch of like buckets and stuff like that.
Yes.
What do you bring to the park with you?
So we bring out what the Department of Community Beautification gives us, and pretty much there's a request form. You can request all kinds of stuff, but what we have out is like rakes, brushes, brooms. We have a sidewalk scraper. We have some kids brooms, and they give us trash bags, rubber gloves, and like masks. So that's there's some other stuff that I could request too, like wheelbarrows and
right, but that's not necessary, right?
Yeah. The skate park, it's pretty simple. And then on my own, I went out and got like the buckets and grabbers. Got 5 buckets, 5 grabbers. I recently purchased a leaf blower, which is coming in handy, bro. I should have
big time.
Should have gotten that a long time ago.
Yeah. It probably saves a lot of time.
Yeah. So those are pretty much the tools, and then for everybody who's helping out and for all the skaters, I'll have like snacks and drinks and like stickers, stuff like that.
That's so cool. Yeah, I seen it yesterday. I seen you post something.
Yes,
and that's pretty rad, man. I mean, dude, and the people, I think that's cool, because I think kids, you said you get the kids brooms that they get to get out there and sweep and help out. Now, do you have them clean up before they get the snacks, or is it just kind of like it's an early morning thing, or how do you work it?
So I've been scheduling them to start at 2 p.m. And it's kind of just pretty chill, man. Just like the vibe of the skate park. You know, everybody's welcome to help out. Everybody's welcome to get some snacks and drinks if they'd like. But it's just kind of go with the flow, you know. I am kind of disrupting the peace by going out there with like my speaker and stuff. Like, hey, everybody, let's start cleaning. But
yeah. That's what I was gonna say. Like, that's why I'm like, if it's early in the morning, you know, people would show up to clean and then skate. Yeah. 2 o'clock, everybody's already doing their thing, like, and you got to tell them to stop.
Yeah.
Hey, let's clean up.
Well, yeah. See, I try to present it like simply so that like anybody who wants to help out, there's buckets here. Anybody who wants to clean anything, it's you're more than welcome to. And I found like a different responses. There's people who are just like don't interact with me at all, and then there are people who come up right away like, hey, can I use your broom? Can I use your bucket? Can I start cleaning up?
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's just different responses at every park. I love to see it.
Yeah, because I mean, I would want to help out because a lot of times, like, I see trash around, but you don't have the proper tools. You don't want to start touching it with your hands and stuff like that. You got all the tools, and then if everybody just gets involved, it's gonna take what, a half an hour at the longest. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if everybody gets involved, but yeah.
Yeah, I was actually shocked. Yesterday we had like 5 volunteers that cleaned up for like 15 minutes, and we got like almost a half a trash bag. Like they brought back a lot of just like little scraps of trash and stuff. I was like, wow, that's pretty cool.
That's so cool, and I love to see that too, because then hopefully that helps keep people involved with cleaning it. You know, that you don't have to go out there and show up for them to pick up the park.
Yeah.
But there's one that kind of needs it again, La Habra, man. Shit. Sometimes I see trash over there. I'm like, come on, guys.
Yeah. So La Habra, I would love to do work there. They're a city park, man. I could always reach out to them and be like, hey, give us the tools. We'll clean up the park.
Yeah. I mean, the Boys and Girls Club is just right there, so.
It would be perfect. Meant to be.
Yeah. They used to have a security guard outside, but they used to have to make you wear helmets and stuff where you wouldn't skate.
No kidding. I've heard about that. I've never seen that when I went there. I was going there like maybe 6-7 years ago, but I'd never seen that. And I heard that recently, like, oh, there's a security guard that's pressing everybody to wear their helmets.
He's gone now. He's been gone since like for a while now.
Oh, right.
So it's back open. So if nobody knows out there, yeah, security's gone.
Nice.
No helmet rules gone. So, I mean, it was pretty wild that because 88 Skate Shop was Skate Supply was helping out with that as well, trying to lift that ban, and they would set up all their like DIY stuff on the basketball courts. Security couldn't tell them nothing right there. They could ride their boards with no helmets, and it'd be safer to be in the park, I think, because all these things are like you don't know if someone made this stuff properly according to the city. We did make them right, but you know what I mean. They could say, no, that's not safe. You can't be here.
Right.
But they didn't have a problem with them being there, interrupting basketball courts.
That's crazy, man.
Crazy. Man, so park cleanup, and then everybody skates. What is the next event coming up?
So the next one is going to be April 12th out at Trinity Skate Park.
Okay.
That's going to be the next cleanup. It's going to be our 4th time back at Trinity doing something.
Trinity?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's right off of like Adams and Trinity, kind of like by USC, but it's a cool little park. It's kind of like a straight little shot.
So this weekend, because this episode drops the Thursday right before that.
Yes, sir. Perfect timing.
Shout out to that too, man. Yeah. All right. So Trinity Park. That's rad. And the city's already involved. You got everything coming already?
Yeah. So I went out and filled out the application forms. Really, shout out to Thomas over at Department of Community Beautification, because I'll just send in my forms and he'll like email me back right away like, oh, you're good to go, you're approved. But I took the time. I went in there to their office and talked to him and sat down and let him know like the plan and everything. I've given him a list of the skate parks that we plan to do for 2025. So. Yeah, I'm just trying to have them on board as much as I can. It's a partnership, it's all volunteer, but to have them at City Hall just pulling and partnering with people of the community, it's beautiful stuff.
Yeah. And you do this by yourself?
Yeah, it's all me, man. It's one of the things I love about Security Skates, just one person.
That's pretty cool, dude.
Me and the Lord.
Yeah. All right. Now, do you put any of this stuff on YouTube or anything like that?
Yeah, man. So, for the longest time, I was like, I'm not going to do YouTube. I don't want to do it. It's just too much work. I got my plate full. And then finally, it was just like, I had heard it enough from too many little kids. Like, oh, you should start a YouTube channel. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to put anything too fancy on there. I'm just going to cover what I do with Security Skates. And that's working out, man. I do like skate park detail where I go into skate parks and like show everything that the skate park has to offer. But I guess that was misleading to people because they thought that I was going into detail and clean a park.
Oh,
so I started seeing comments like, "Oh, you should do cleanups out at parks," and I had already been thinking about it because I knew about the Office of Community Beautification, and I was just like, "Yeah, you know what? That sounds like something I should start doing." And sure enough, got the ball rolling on that, and it was just like, "Oh yeah, this is the way to go for sure."
Dude, that's cool. Now, Office of, what is it called?
So it's a really long
Beautification?
title. It's a really long title. It's the City of Los Angeles Board of Public Works Office of Community Beautification.
Jeez.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
But what it is they're an office that gives any resident of Los Angeles the opportunity to go in and if they want to organize a cleanup in their neighborhood or their park or their community anywhere, you could go in there and register with them, let them know, you fill out a form, and they will give you the tools to pretty much get that done.
That's cool. And then the city guys would just show up and they drop off the stuff for you. You have to come and get it yourself.
So it's two options. You can have it dropped off the day of the cleanup that you organize, or you can have it picked up. I went with the pickup option, bro. It was so cool. I went to like their headquarters, the Public Works headquarters, and they had like a crate full of stuff for me. Mm-hmm. And it was I would highly recommend if you want the experience to go and pick it up. But yeah, they will also drop off stuff the same day of your event, and they can pick it up the same day.
Okay.
Yeah, and they're really doing a lot of work in like community cleanups right now. It seems like they're kind of starting to push that for the city, so now's a good time to jump on that boat for sure.
I mean, we got the Olympics coming soon, so yeah, they're gonna clean up pretty good. I think
that's well said. That's exactly the reason.
So I mean, we'll see where they go. They'll probably come this way. Hopefully not. But dude, that's so cool that you do this on your own. And then just being a security guard and then building something off of that was so rad. Yeah. What else is it? What else do you do with Security Skates? I know you do some merch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you brought me a shirt.
Yes, sir.
Dude, I appreciate that. That's so rad.
Yeah, man. So I have a screen printing machine.
This one.
In my living room, that was made in my living room. So if there's any like little dog hairs around, they're from my dog.
Okay.
But yeah.
Dude, I like that.
I would highly recommend it to anybody. I started learning screen printing with the Garage Board Shop in East LA. Shout out to Jerry and Patty at the Garage Board Shop. Mm-hmm. But I went in there and I just kind of talked to them. I was networking for Belvedere Skate Park and let them know what I was doing with Security Skates. And they're like, hey, we need somebody to screen shirts for us. We could show you how to do it, and then you could do it too. And then I asked them, like, well, can I make my shirts here? Mm-hmm. And we worked out a deal to where, like, yeah, I started doing that, and I got a little bit more experience on the whole process of doing it. And soon enough, I was like, all right, I'm going to get my own machine. And yeah, got my own machine, set it up in my living room, and doing that now, starting to screen boards, screening stickers, screening shirts, pretty much anything, bro. But yeah, doing that with Security Skates, that's like the manufacturing part of it. Mm-hmm. We're also about to start a skateboarding instruction program at Gilbert Lindsay Rec Center on April 11th. Got some kids signed up. That's through the rec center. Shout out to David Paz over there doing some great work.
Okay, this Friday then. April 11th.
Yep, this Friday. Got a lot going on. It's
got a lot this weekend.
Yes, sir.
Dude. All right. And then, screen pressing, screen printing your own shirts, dude. Was it the way to go? That's the way to go, right? You didn't have to.
Yeah, cuts out a middleman. Once you find your supplier for your shirts or any merchandise that you're screening, bro, the sky's the limit. You can do anything, and you could get those price points that you're looking for, and that's where you can pass that affordability onto your customers.
Right.
Yep, and that's what I'm looking for. I want to keep it real and keep it simple, keep it for the skateboarders.
Yeah. That's because I'm thinking the same way right now, because I know I got people that out in the industry, of course, that skaters out there, they got these print things they do. But like you said, I would love to just do it, learn to do it, and just do it myself. But like I said, we're starting to get a little demand for merch. So if anybody out there is asking for merch, please let us know in the comments, man.
Hey, there you go.
Because then it'll push me to get it started quicker.
We need some Where the Locals Sk8 merch, bro.
It'd be cool. I would love to do it. Even making my own stickers from home would be
Yeah.
But I mean, I've been looking up some of the stuff, and it gets kind of pricey. And then, you know, like you already done it, so I'll probably pick your brain after the show to see what you use.
Yes,
you know,
sir.
what brands or whatnot that you prefer or whatnot, because I don't want to buy something and then it just doesn't work right. You know,
Right.
just because it was on sale or, you know, it was a cool color.
Yeah, right. I feel you want something that's gonna work.
Yeah,
Yes,
you know
sir.
what I mean. So I've been doing a little bit of research, and so it'd be cool to get into.
Yeah.
But screen printing, because I know they do iron on as well.
Mm.
But you know, I like screen printing.
Yeah.
Do you make the you know how they have to stain it? You do all that yourself too as well?
No, man. I have a connect for that downtown. Ace
Okay.
Print Supply. They like you can print films there, and they'll do the emulsions and everything. And I would love to learn how to do that eventually, because you can do it from home. You just need the right equipment. But right now, no, I'm having somebody do that for me.
Okay, yeah, because that's the part that I don't get. I think because I've screen printed some of my own shirts as well.
Okay.
Yeah, because my homie he was doing them for me. So and then he's like, come to my garage, you can make them yourself, and I'm like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, same, bro. I mean, I'm just over here in Norwalk. You know, let me know.
Okay, you're in Norwalk. All right, shout out to that, dude. That's why you're pushing so hard for that park, huh?
Yeah. That was almost like 7-8 years ago now. But yeah, when it was first going on, bro, I had some love for that park for sure. I didn't care about any of that stuff. I might have been guilty of some of it myself, but
I wonder if you knew my brother. He used to hang out there. My little brother, his name is Chris, but I used to call him Old Man. Doesn't sound familiar?
I don't think so.
Okay. Yeah, he probably would have been underneath the ramps drinking or something. No.
There was a lot of that there, not gonna lie. There was a lot
You know, but dude, and do you have anywhere where we can get merch?
Yeah, man. So usually at my cleanups, or I'll have stuff out there, but I do have like an online store through Big Cartel. Security Skates at Big Cartel. The shipping stuff, you know, gets a little tricky, so I would recommend trying to catch me at the park. But if that's not possible, hey, you can definitely order it through the website.
That's so cool, dude. Yeah, so you've been doing. How long have you been doing it for then?
This July it will be 8 years.
8 years since you've been doing security skates?
Yes, sir.
Wow. That's a long time, dude.
Yeah, man, it's been a growing process. You know, I've learned a lot though, and it's opened up a lot of doors, man. I was living in the high desert for 3 years, and started working with like the city of Victorville, because they had just built a skate park and they were gonna do a grand opening, but then COVID hit, bro, and like shut everything down. But yeah, man, just working on security skates, just so many doors opening, bro. Like so many experiences I wouldn't trade. Can't wait for more too. Like being here with you, bro.
Dude, I mean, I appreciate you coming down, man. Dude, what about like, is there anybody that you've worked with that like in the past, like skater wise or anything like that?
Yeah, man, for sure. So when we first started in Norwalk, we were working with a couple of the brands there. We worked with Travis out at Two Felons. He was hopping in on that. Once I moved up to the high desert, I met up with a Christian skate group by the name of Skate Riot, and we started doing a lot of events together, just giving out a bunch of stuff. They only have 4 parks up there in the high desert. There's Apple Valley, Victorville, Hesperia, and then there's a 4th one. I'm forgetting.
There's a 4th one.
Yeah.
Arupa? No, that's another way, huh?
But it's crazy, man. Like we were able to get to the parks and do it. And it gets so windy up there. There was one day, bro, like we just couldn't do it. It was too windy.
I bet.
Yeah, but so worked with them up there, and then once I moved back down here to LA again, started working out here. Got linked up with Garage Board Shop. Who else? Hellbound. Skate Haven. Skate Haven's a pretty sick group. They're doing a lot of work right now. They teach kids on the autism spectrum. They provide lessons to them. Who else are we working with? Warning Skate Shop. We've tried to collaborate with a bunch of skate shops, well, in the areas that we're working with. You know, always put our feelers out to see who wants to work with us. But
that's cool. Yeah, that's what I would do. You know what I mean? Whatever local shops in that area that want to help and participate.
Yeah.
You know, as long as you give them enough time, you know, to make a decision, or if they can maybe pull their sponsors in to help out as well too. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times, you know, that's how they get their stuff. Like Powell will be like, yeah, here you go.
Yeah. That's why I got mad love for George at Warning, man. He did exactly that. I went in there and let him know, and he said, all right, you know, I'm gonna reach out. And he got us big box of merch, bro, like just to give out, and it was so much love. You can see it's on YouTube. It was the Mother's Day one, I think.
Mother's Day one.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, man, it's pretty sick.
Yeah, I love it. I love that you're giving back like that to the community. That's amazing. Yeah, because that's what I mean. Well, we want to do something like that in the future too. Maybe not like we'll have like an event where we can set up maybe our cameras and stuff like that. You know, like like well, everybody's having their event. We could be there participating as well.
Okay.
You know, maybe getting people in to tell us where they're from, and maybe finding more people to get on the show.
Dude. So,
you know what I mean? Because we've tried it once with Go Skate Day, but you know we're right next to a big speaker and it was loud.
Oh, right.
But and it's my first time being out, you know, so it was different. So.
Well, dang, man, there's plenty of opportunity for it right now. There's a Pushing Compton project, PCP. They're doing the Watts Culture Fest, bro.
Uh-huh.
And I'm pretty sure they would love to team up with you to do something like that because they're doing it big right now. They just joined in on the Watts Culture Fest, and that's they have a skate park there. I don't know if you know 109 skate park.
109,
But yeah, right there, they're starting to have them. I think it's like twice a month. They're doing one on the same day that I'm doing the cleanup, as a matter of fact. But they're doing some great work out there, and I think you'll be able to catch some heads out there. They would be more than happy to talk about where they're from, what they're doing.
Okay. Yeah, man. I mean, this is because we got such a full schedule, though, with the show. And, like, a lot of times some of these events happen on Sundays, and we mostly shoot on Sundays.
All right.
But we would have to literally work around that somehow, you know? Right. Like, sometimes we can get a guest maybe to come in on a Saturday. And then.
Oh, right.
But, like, as you see today, my guys are sometimes busy. We leased those out, and Peralta's out today. Peralta had they called him into work, unfortunately, so he wasn't able to be here today.
That's how it goes sometimes.
That's how it goes sometimes. So we're holding it down, man.
Yes, sir.
And I appreciate you, dude, coming down and hanging out and all that. Like I said, dude, let's get into maybe like a dream sponsor that you can have work with Security Skates would be Red.
Dang. I know Creature and Lurking Class Sketchy Tank recently did a collab. I would love to collab with Sketchy Tank. That would be sick. You know, that's one of my personal favorite brands.
Okay.
I like a lot of the graphics that they do. But yeah, that would be pretty cool. Either that or maybe like dang, I never even really thought about that, bro. Maybe like Shorties.
Ooh.
I know that seems like a long shot, but hey, they just recently did a collab with like somebody downtown, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dude. That'd be amazing. I mean, you never know. Like, I like to throw those feelers out. You never know who could be listening sometimes, you know?
Hey, there you go.
You know? Do you have a dream spot you want to throw an event at? Or a park cleanup?
Yeah, man.
A real dirty park. No, I'm just kidding.
So one that I've always had on the map is Shaw Skate Park. And it's only because it's like 1.5 miles from the White House.
Oh.
And I was like, all right, that would be cool to do something like maybe try and get something done in Washington. I don't care who's in office at the time. I don't care about any of that.
Right.
Let's just focus on the skateboarding and getting the skate parks clean. So yeah, that would definitely be cool. Mm-hmm. But I know of there's some skate parks in Texas that are just so massive, bro. And it would be cool to get one done there because you would probably just be out there all day, like section by section cleaning up.
Right.
But yeah, man, I mean, honestly, doing these right now downtown, like these are the skate parks that I kind of like grew up around and shit. So it's really cool.
It's closer to your heart. Like that. Yeah.
It's really cool to get in there and just do work.
That's amazing. I mean, I do want to get out there and participate one day, man. Because I saw you at Lafayette yesterday. I was like, man, I should have, taken a drive out there and met you. But, I had things I had to do yesterday as well. Yeah. But, yeah, dude, I want to get out there and get a skate on.
I mean, I'll give you the list, bro, if you want the list. We're going to be doing them all year, twice a month.
Yeah, it'd be good to know. Now, you do shove it a day, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a lot of fun.
Okay. What made you want to start that?
Well, I started it last year, bro. Me and my homie Vic were talking about it. I haven't seen him for a minute, but shout out to the homie Vic. But yeah, we were talking about, it would be cool to journal just at least skating every day, at least a little bit. Mm-hmm. So last year I started, just skating every day in 2024. And I did that as a story on my Instagram, and I started noticing that people were noticing, hey, what day is it? That you're skating on. It's oh, snap, okay. So by the end of the year, I was like, oh, man, I don't want this to end. It's been kind of fun, skating every day. Who doesn't want to do that?
Right.
But I was like, all right, I don't want to do the same thing and like a kickflips, I would like to like go like step by step. Mm-hmm. So I was like, what's the next step after? And I was like, oh, maybe an ollie. I was like, oh, that'll look weird on camera, so at least to shove it. Shove it. All right, shove it every day. Let's get it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, did you know Jeremy Ray used to do trick a day?
Yeah.
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 His were much more advanced, though, I think.
Well, you know, he did kickflip a day first, and then I think he did trick a day afterwards. But it just kind of makes you get on your skateboard every day.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, shove it, I could probably do.
There you go.
Yeah, because that's more realistic, man. But, like, I'm a hill flipper, so I don't know if I could get out every day and do a hill flip. That'd be challenging.
That's what I'm saying. Next year, I think I'm going to step it up to the kickflip, and I know I'm going to have to, like, train for like a month before. So yeah, start hydrating, eating better, all that stuff.
I mean, if you got the kickflip, go for it. You know what I mean? So that'll be amazing, dude. Yeah, because I like seeing it. Because I've been watching it every day. Like, here's just shove it.
Right on.
Here we go. What number are you on right now?
Oh, what's today?
You're like 80 something?
It'll be 89 today.
89 today?
Yeah, I really want to start working on some more front side shove-its though. Because my front side shove-its are trash. I need to get those, but yeah.
So yeah, that would be a cool one to do. I got front shovies, so.
Or maybe like some big spins or something. Switch it up a little bit.
I need to practice my big spins. I used to have them when I was younger, but now they're like, oh, I don't know how these pros, they do them so like nonchalant sometimes.
Chris Johnson has some of the best fucking big flips. Excuse me.
Yeah,
big
no, it's all
flips
good.
And big spins, bro. Like he just lands them like, and you see like it's just under his feet and just lands bolts. Like it's beautiful to see.
Chris Johnson, and he's still hucking himself down.
Oh yeah, still hucking, putting in work.
Yeah, I would love to bump into him sometime and like skating at a park just to watch him, you know.
Dude, so he recently did a giveaway at Hawaiian Garden Skate Park.
Mm-hmm.
And I was able to be there for that, man. He gave out so much stuff, but such a cool dude, bro. He stayed there and, like, skated with the kids and, like, signed everything. Like, it was just really cool to see a pro who's been in the game for so many years, you know, get out back there and kick it with the kids. Like, that's beautiful stuff.
That is rad, too. I think one of our guests, too, was at that. Ryan Sines might have been at that same thing.
Oh, right.
Yeah, because I think he might have tried to interview him, but I don't know if he got it. I can't remember.
Yeah,
I think he did get it. Yeah. I think I did see it. But dude, that's amazing, dude. And then what was I gonna say right now about that? Oh, and Nyjah Houston just gave back to a park, I think, over here. I think a new one in Anaheim. I can't remember, but Disorder, you know, his brand Disorder.
Yeah.
He was just giving out some stuff too.
Yeah, I had seen that cool to see. Going on.
Yeah, that's pretty cool to see. So, I mean, I love to see when they could give back like that, you know.
Yeah.
You know, anybody. But I love to see the fact that most of us now that are, you know, we're not really pro skaters, and we're doing our own thing, and we're getting the word out there, and you know.
Spreading the good word of skateboarding.
You know, and it just goes to show that us skaters are great human beings.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
It's a culture, bro. It's a community, you know? Like, you see somebody else skating down the street, you want to look out. Well, me anyways, you want to look out for them. Like, you see a car coming or something, like, hey, bro. Or if you see somebody trying to land a trick driving down the street, just like honk. Like, I gotta get that.
You trip out on this, dude. There's a kid that skates right past the studio right here.
No.
And I go out because I hear the wheels, right? And I go out to see, you know, who it is. And then he picks up his skateboard and he starts walking by. Never looks at none of the ramps, none of the rails. I'm like, this kid must just use that thing for transportation. What's going on here? He's got his phone. He's like looking at his phone. I'm like, bro, do you see all this stuff here? I remember like I had a neighbor before. He used to like try to sneak by and skate the curb. And then all of a sudden I come outside. He's like, oh, I'm sorry. And I'm like, no, dude, it's cool to skate. You want to skate? Let's go.
Catch a sesh.
Became friends with them.
There you go.
You know what I mean? So.
I mean, I didn't notice him when I pulled up, bro. Maybe you just kind of call his attention to him. Like,
yeah.
Hey, bro, come skate this.
Well, I don't. That's weird though now, because you know.
Yeah. That's true.
I don't know. He's still in school. I'm like, hey, come here, kid. You want
stranger danger?
Yeah. Exactly. I didn't want to say it, but yeah, that's where I was going with that. But dude, all right. Let's get into any hobbies off the skateboard.
Yeah, man. So oddly enough, you know, I'm taking care of my mom right now.
Yes.
And I'm trying to keep her active in her mind, you know. So puzzling has become big for us, bro. Like,
oh, sick.
We've done like over 100 puzzles over the last like 3-4 years.
That's cool.
So as odd as it sounds, puzzling, there's something to it. Once you start clicking in and getting focused on it, bro, it's a lot of fun. But
do you start seeing the pieces when you're going to sleep at night? You're putting it like,
yeah, I fall asleep.
Yeah.
But that, and I've been a musician since I was a youngster. Amateur musician. So I love to play the guitar and like play the bass, stuff like that. Make some music. I would really love to get back into a band. Shout out to Ken Hada. He's like a professional like photographer for skateboarding, and he's a drummer as well.
Okay.
And I just recently like saw him, and he's like, "Hey, bro, let's link up sometime and jam out. Like that would be sick." But music, man, music is a big influence.
I think I might have one left here.
Oh, sick!
There you go. Where the Locals Sk8 guitar pick.
I don't know if you can see that. Dude, that's sick.
Yeah, you can have that.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. I will put it to good use.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, man, so music, when I was younger and started skating again, like started a band and I started playing like backyards and stuff, so music is a big hobby for sure.
That's cool, man. You're the last musician that is gonna probably get one of these unless I make more. So
Shoo.
You know what I mean? So yeah, man. Like I said, I like to make these little merches here and there, but if there's a demand out there, we'll try to make more.
Let's get it.
So, but music, dude, that's cool. Puzzles, I love puzzles. That's a puzzle right there, a Thrasher puzzle.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
that's super sick.
Jigsaw puzzles are really cool.
How long did it take you to make that one, bro?
I probably dude, if I really zone out, I could probably do it in one day because I get kind of a little obsessive because you want to just keep going.
Yeah, right.
But I probably took 2 days or 3 days maybe.
Right on.
Especially if I save time to for my lady to do it with me or something like that. I don't want to finish it all quick.
There you go.
But
seems like more skate companies are putting out puzzles for some reason.
It'd be a good idea. I'd buy them.
I mean, imagine. Yeah, that's actually a good idea, bro.
You know what I mean?
Where the Locals Sk8
I was just thinking it you can look up anything on Amazon and make it. So
there you go.
Who knows? They probably have that already. So, but yeah, do you guys take them apart and put them back in the box, or? Because I've always thought about framing this one.
What I'll do is I'll get tape and just go layer by layer and kind of tape them up, and then we'll hang them up. The nicer ones we'll hang up on the walls.
Okay. So tape will work too, huh?
Just gotta find a place to store them because they'll start stacking up for sure. Like skateboards, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I got a few. They stack up big time. All right. Is there anything that you want to bring up that we haven't touched on the show, maybe?
Yeah, man. So, this year, Security Skates is focusing on cleanups. But last year, man, we were doing those best trick contests and just seeing the caliber of skating that was out at the parks and stuff, and that was a lot of fun. I gotta say, I kind of miss it. So, as the year goes on, I'm probably gonna end up doing best trick contests at the cleanups again.
Okay.
Just kind of make it a little bit bigger. And
I think that'll help out too. You know what I mean? Because it'll get more people there.
Yeah.
And then especially hey, you guys want to start making some money? Let's get this park cleaned.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't ever you guys don't ever try to clean up graffiti, repaint or anything like that?
No, man. I thought about it because I could go out and buy paint and stuff, but then I would have to stop people from skating
and then wait for it to dry and all that. Yeah.
So I started thinking maybe busting night missions or stuff, but that's where it kind of gets a little sketchy.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I could definitely bring it up to the city. I know that there's 311 LA now, and there's if you let the city know that there's a problem with graffiti or artwork, some of them might call it, but if they don't know that there's a problem, they'll usually come out and get it squared away.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't be telling on the graffiti artists out there, especially if they do a good job,
Some of
if it looks
really
good.
Sick.
If it looks good. But I mean, the ones that don't belong, I don't know about that, people putting their neighborhoods up in there, you're your enemies are not even here. What are you doing?
I mean, let me see you hop on a board.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, dude. But dude, that's amazing. It'd be cool to see another best trick contest go down.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Heck yeah, man. All right. Man, do you guys have any questions over there on the couch? Oh wait, they're not here. No, but all right, dude. Dude, pretty much almost did it. Yeah. Unless there's anything else you want to talk about. We got one more thing though, but
let me see. So April 19th Skate Haven. They got me on the roster to come out to Vegas and do one of their events out there. It's going to be an extravaganza. It's going to be like an Easter egg hunt and stuff, but definitely going to have a security skates table up out there, give out a board, give out some shirts and stuff like that. So that's coming up soon. Just, yeah, man, just keep up with us. Follow us on Instagram.
Yes,
follow
please,
the website.
Please, everybody. Yeah, I'm going to subscribe to the YouTube as well.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we have one question left in the bowl. And if you want to go ahead and pick that out, one crazy question left, then we'll try to refill it. Yeah, because dude, I didn't want to get repeaters again.
Do you read it, or
you can read it if you like?
If you could build your own skate park, what's going in?
Yeah.
Dang.
What kind of skate park do you want to build and clean?
So I think I would borrow things from other skate parks. Like Redlands has a pretty cool little snake run.
Okay.
And they like it's real zippy. I would probably start it off with that, and then go into kind of like a wash deal with like some banks that go up along the side, and then have some ledges that'll be able to grind on. It'd kind of be like a run. Like you would start on one end, go to the other. So the snake run, then the banks, and then it would come into like a little street technical part. Have like a bunch of little rails, square rails, round rails, maybe like a ramp to ramp and a Euro gap, and then it would go down into the transition.
Oh,
get like some Belvedere skate park going on there.
Okay, this is a big park.
No, oh yeah, man.
Oh yeah,
let's make it like a mile long.
Dude, well, I like the fact that you're making it real flowy.
Oh yeah,
like you could start from one end and get to another.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the best right there. When a park flows like that, yeah, I love it.
And then the Inglewood pump tracks. Gotta have some pump tracks out there.
Okay, I haven't been there, but I want to.
Dude, I would recommend soft wheels, but yeah, once you get into it, bro, it's just do that stuff all day.
I heard you get pretty burnt out on those, like your legs wise.
Oh yeah, it's a workout.
It's a workout.
It's a workout.
Yeah. Dude, amazing. What would be your favorite park to skate right now?
Mayberry's pretty fun.
Okay.
But dude, so I was recently skating that bowl at Mayberry, and I was just doing my thing, and I hit a pebble in the pocket.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and I cracked a rib.
Oh.
I didn't go to like the hospital or anything, but yeah, this is definitely a cracked rib. I think I'm on week 4 of like healing from it. So Mayberry's a lot of fun. But,
okay.
She bit me the other day, so I'm a little scared to go back there. But
would that be your local now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Beautiful park. But other than that, Lake Street's pretty cool. Belvedere's a lot of fun to pump around at, and then they have that huge bowl there. And that's always fun. Harbor City is a lot of fun to play with too. It's hard to pick, man. Like there's so many, you know. Like,
that's so cool that you like them all though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watts is pretty sick now too.
You ever hit in the streets at all?
Yeah, man. So what was the last street spot? In Norwalk, they have these ledges by the Edison. They're kind of famous.
Okay.
Yeah, they've been skated before in parts and stuff, but
by Edison?
Yeah, there's like a SoCal Edison plant.
Okay.
It's on Pioneer and Imperial.
I'm gonna have to go check it out.
But yeah, I was just skating around the city the other day and kind of hit one of those ledges. So that was there. We have plans to go out skating the Compton ledge later on this week with the homies.
Okay.
So yeah.
Filming too?
Yeah.
Putting out a part?
No.
Nothing like that. Just filming for fun.
Yeah, dude. It's all love. You know, I'm past my prime.
You said you're what? 40?
40, yeah.
Okay. I'm 46. I mean, you know. Yeah, we're still hanging in there, I think. I mean,
there are people still putting out parts.
I know.
Let's do it, bro.
I want to. While we're supposed to work with, I'm supposed to be. Luckily, they added more time to their off to lunch crew. Are gonna add more time to their video making. So.
All right.
So hopefully I can get out there in the streets. But like I said, dude, there's so much to do and so busy, so little time, and
right.
I gotta figure out the spots I can skate and try to get them to go with me there too as well. Because I'm going to their spots and I'm looking at their spots. I'm like, I can't do nothing here, man. You guys are out of control here.
Yeah, right.
So they're really doing big things. So be on the lookout pretty soon for that. Hopefully another year, I think it's gonna take.
That'd be sick.
But they're teasing it. And their friend section is pretty big. So might need a whole new video for a friend section. We'll see.
That's what's up.
We have a lot of guests that have been on the show that
right.
been out there too. So
sick.
All right, man.
Keep your eyes out.
Keep your eyes out, dude. Amazing. I love what you're doing with Security Skates.
Yes, sir.
Everybody, please go follow. You got any shout outs?
Yeah, man. Shout out to the City of Los Angeles. Shout out to the Office of Community Beautification. Shout out to George at Warning. Travis and Brandon at Two Felons. Allie and Max at Skate Haven. Big Dave at PCP. Yeah, I think it's about everybody, man. Shout out to the homie Jay, who's always repping the brand.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have riders, man, but he's getting close to becoming an officer.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. You plan on getting riders then?
So this is a question that I've been asked a lot, and like I don't know, like to turn somebody pro, like you think about that term like in the industry right now,
right?
And it's kind of like it has a negative connotation because
you're not a core brand, right?
Oh yeah, well that too, but like also like the money isn't there almost. Like you have to skate like big contests to get money. Mm-hmm. So if I'm gonna put somebody on the team, I'm gonna make it more than just like a pro model. Like I just said, I want to make them like an officer of the team and shit. So but
that'd be cool.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it to the point to where I can really look out for somebody, and that's what I'm trying to do. But
yeah,
to put a team together, man. I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibilities.
Right.
Yeah, I would definitely love to do that. Get to that point someday where I can give out cars and stuff like that. But we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, that'll be cool, man. I mean, but just what you're doing on your own is amazing.
Yeah.
You plan on bringing anybody else on to help out, or are you gonna just keep doing it on your own?
I always got my feelers out for people, but I've met people in the past who start and then fall off. So
it's hard. It's hard for some people to be really dedicated to everything,
Yeah, and I always recommend like everybody starting their own brand because I would find it hard to dedicate myself to somebody else's brand.
Mm-hmm.
The way that I dedicate myself to my own. So, but I always got my feelers out, man. There's great people out there who just love skateboarding and want to do it and want to help out. So.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you can find somebody maybe in each community that can be there, like they don't have to be there maybe every event. But like, say you go to LA, you got a boy over there, then you got somebody over here, and you got a boy over here that can help out. Yeah. You never know.
Just build the team, build the roster.
So and then if you get a skater homie to rock your stuff and skate it just for fun, just put it out there.
Yeah.
That's how we do it, man.
It's all love.
That's all love, man. Dude, shout out to skateboarding, big time.
Yes, sir.
All right. Again, dude, thank you so much for coming down.
Of course.
Dude, I really appreciate it. Dude, sorry the Couch Boys weren't here today, but they had other things to do. Peralta got called into work.
Yeah, we made it happen.
But we still made it happen. I had a people don't know the behind the scenes stuff, but yeah, I had to do a little work before we started. So, but yeah, thank you again, dude, and thank everybody for tuning in. Shout out to everybody who likes and subscribes to our channel. If you know a local skater that you want to see on the show, please let us know. Or if you are that local skater, send us a message at Where the Locals Sk8 on Instagram, and we'll get back to you. Our schedule's pretty full, but we'll be scheduling for May soon. April's already done.
Dang.
So we'll be putting our fillers out there pretty soon. So be on the lookout for us if we've spoken. So. I think that's it, man. Again, shout out to Security Skates. Love what you do. Thank everybody out there. I'm OG Skate Show. Till next time. Peace out.
Happy skateboarding.